May huli, may huli sa ilalim ng tulay. Oh, may huli.
Welcome back, FilmBugs. I'm your host, Lila.
I'm Lil Jimmy.
What happened to your voice?
Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on. Ahem. All right, that's better. Sorry about that. Sorry, everybody.
Okay, today we're dusting off a cinematic artifact from the Philippine pop culture vault and strapping on a very homemade cape. We're talking about Captain Barbel from 1973, a superhero movie released long before cinematic universes were even a thought bubble.
Before billion-peso budgets, before gritty reboots, before post-credit scenes, this hero showed up powered by imagination, rubber props, and pure Filipino charm.
Before we dive in, a little bit of overview. Captain Barbel was directed by Jose Pepe Wenceslao, with a screenplay by Ading Fernando, and a story created by the legendary Mars Ravello, one of the architects of Filipino pop culture.
And leading the charge is the one and only king of comedy, Dolphy, alongside Lotus Key, Panchito Alba, Babalu, Bayani Casimiro, and Georgie Quizon. Basically, a stacked cast built for comedy, chaos, and classic Filipino charm.
At the center of it all is Dolphy, and honestly, this role feels perfectly engineered for him. Dolphy brings warmth, timing, and physical comedy that never feels mean-spirited. Even when the effects are rough or the action is exaggerated, his sincerity holds everything together.
He's not trying to be cool. He's not trying to be intimidating. He's just charming, which somehow makes the hero moments land harder than expected.
Tonally, Captain Barbel lives in that sweet spot between slapstick comedy and sincere fantasy. It's light, playful, and very theatrical. You're going to notice stage-like sets, big gestures, practical effects that feel handmade. And instead of pulling you out, it kind of pulls you in.
Yeah, this movie doesn't hide its strings. It waves at you and says, "Hey, come play." And if you meet it halfway, it works.
Let's talk about the action and effects without ruining anything. They're simple, very simple. But there's creativity in how they're staged. You can feel the inventiveness behind each moment. Like a group of filmmakers asking, what can we do with what we have?
And sometimes the limitations make it better, because your brain fills in the gaps. It's like watching a kid explain their superhero powers. You don't question it. You just nod and go, yeah, that rules.
Captain Barbel matters because it shows how Filipino cinema embraced fantasy early. It wasn't afraid of silliness. It wasn't ashamed of joy. It understood that heroes don't need perfection. They need heart.
And honestly, that's something modern superhero movies could still learn from.
If you're expecting modern pacing, hyper-polished visuals, or non-stop action, this might not be your movie. But if you love classic Filipino cinema, Dolphy's comedic legacy, superheroes before the genre had rules, this is absolutely worth your time.
Think of it less like a blockbuster and more like a bedtime story with punches.
Captain Barbel isn't perfect, but it's earnest, it's imaginative, and it's deeply rooted in a moment of Filipino film history that deserves remembering. We're giving this timeless classic an 8.5 out of 10.
It's the kind of movie that reminds you why movies were magical in the first place. No cynicism, no homework, just fun.
Have you seen Captain Barbel? Or did this make you curious to check it out?
Let us know in the comments. Hit like, subscribe, and ring that bell.
You can also support us on Patreon. And speaking of which, we'd like to thank our Patreon supporters. And as always, stay weird, FilmBugs!